Hello and welcome to another Sprues and Brews unboxing. Today we are looking at two new Necromunda kits from Forge World, the Escher Shivver and Apprentice Clam Chymist and Gorshiv Hammerfist Bounty Hunter. So first of all, I want to say a massive thanks to Games Workshop for sending us these free review copies a little ahead of time to unbox and paint up for the site. What we're going to do in this video is have a look at both of the kits. We'll have a look at the rules if there's any in the pack, and then we'll build them up, paint them, and then towards the end of the video I'll show off the painted models to show what they look like. So yeah, nice assortment of Necromunda goodies coming out recently. I believe today the Cutter jet bikes are also up for pre-order, so yeah, lots of nice goodies on the way. So let's have a look at the Escher gangers first. So these are two hanger-ons that are exclusive to the Eschers, and yeah, they look really nice. There's a really cool kind of like kind of animal print effect painted on the model, so I might have to try and replicate that on mine. We'll see how we get on, but if we crack this open and have a look at the parts inside. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the kits. And obviously this is a resin kit from Forge World, so obviously kind of more experienced modelers will be used to kind of cleaning and assembling resin. If you're new to it, just make sure you give them a good clean in soapy water first. What that does is that will remove the release agent that's used to kind of pop the parts out of the mould. If you don't get rid of that, what you might find sometimes is that the model will kind of like resist paint, because that release agent kind of acting as a layer between the model and the paint. And obviously that's going to make it harder to paint. In some cases it can lead to like chipping and peeling of the paint, so you've just got to be a little bit careful when doing it. Obviously it's quite soft material as well, so just take your time, cut a little bit away from the join and then clean it down, rather than trying to just, you know, cut it off cleanly in one go. It's just going to make it a little bit easier to work with. But yeah, I love the Forge World kits that they put out for Necromunda. Loads of cool detail. I like building resin models too. Obviously, it's, you know, it takes getting some used to. If you've not built one before, just take your time. But they are really nice to paint up, and they've got really nice detail, as you can see on these parts. So in the blister, we also get the full assembly instructions. So not too difficult to put together. They haven't really got that many parts, so it shouldn't be too hard to build these, especially for a newbie who's maybe not built one before. So nice way to ease you in. You do get rules in the box, but a bit bizarre. So like the Escher Shivver, for example, you get a profile and a points value, but it doesn't actually include any of the rules for it, which is an odd one. Yeah, very bizarre. It's got the fearsome skill, and again with the Clam Chymist as well. So for the 4 rules for these, you're going to want to pick up the House of Blades, I think is the Escher book. That'll have the rules for these hanger-ons in it. So that's the Eschers. Let's have a look at Gorshiv Hammerfist next. So yeah, Gorshiv Hammerfist is a big chap. Really nice kit. He's got like a bit of a sculpted base that he stands on. And then yeah, big fella with paired power axes, I believe that he's got. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to building this one up. I've got a Venator Bounty Hunter gang, so he will fit in perfectly with the other chaps. Some of the Bounty Hunter models are some of my favourite models they do in the range, because they're so kind of unusual, some of them. But yeah, again, really nice kit, really nice sculpt. A couple of pieces have popped off the frames in the blister, so again, if you are kind of new to building Forge World kits, just make sure you carefully check you've got all the parts, otherwise you might end up accidentally chucking some, which you don't want to do. So yeah, this kit probably has more than the other 2 Escher girls combined, so a little bit more of a complex one. I think it's got about 16 parts in it. But again, if you just take your time, make sure you clean everything up properly, and yeah, don't rush it. You'll have no problems with this one. This one also does have rules for him. So you get his stat card, clocking in 260 points with his paired power hammers, which is mental. And then the rules are also included on the instruction manual as well. So you've got his combat chems, so you can choose to activate them to gain D3 additional attacks, but if he rolls a 1, his attack's characteristic is reduced to 1. So you've got a 5 in 6 chance to get D3 extra attacks and have no negative effects, but obviously that 1 in 6 chance have just been reduced to 1 attack. He can also never be pinned as a result from a ranged attack. He can never be moved if any weapons cause him to move or knock back and stuff. He's a bounty hunter and he's got the walk it off skill. So if he does 2 simple move actions, he can do a toughness check and then recover a lost wound or discard a flesh wound. So that's really cool. And again, quite a few parts on him, so just make sure you take your time when building him. It's going to look really cool when built and painted up. Speaking of which, what we're going to do now is jump into the future where I've got these guys built and hopefully painted. And jumping into the future, I managed to paint these up. Really, really nice models to paint up and really enjoyed doing them. Coincidentally, used these to test out the new Two Thin Coats range. Duncan Rhodes approved paint range by Transatlantis Games, so tried those paints out on these and they're really nice. I'll have a review going up for them paints soon. But yeah, let's have a look at the characters. First of all, I think we need to have a look at the big guy himself, Gorshiv Hammerfist. Such a glorious model. I really enjoyed painting this guy up, and I've not got a Goliath army, but I am really tempted to paint one up because yeah, I thoroughly loved working on this guy. Such a nice model. Quite a big chunky guy as well. I don't know how much this is, but yeah, it's kind of one of the larger character pieces that Forge World do. Loads of cool details, not too hard to build as well. So yeah, really nice one to work on. So really enjoyed doing him. So he needs some Goliath friends to go with him, I feel, because yeah, I enjoyed doing it. The other blister that we unboxed was the Shivver and the Apprentice Clan Chymist. We'll look at the Shivver first. This one was an exercise in trying to learn how to do animal prints, and I think it turned out okay. Really nice model, bit fiddly. If I did her again, I'd probably try and keep the head and the hair and the veil kind of separate to make it a little bit easier to get my brush in and paint her. As it was a little bit tricky because I built it all in one piece, and there's lots of details on her, which makes her a little bit fiddly to get into. But again, absolutely gorgeous model and enjoyed painting her up. I'm going to be working on an Escher gang for the next Necromunda campaign that I run. So these kind of 2 models have been a bit of a test bed for some of the effects and colours, because again, you've got a riot of colour in an Escher gang. So yeah, she's a very cool model. The other one in the set is the Apprentice Clam Chymist. So she goes to eat poisons and stuff. She's there with a little vial of poison that she's putting on the sword. Very cool model. Easier to paint than the other one, mostly because well, I guess it's less busy, isn't it? There's less kind of like overlapping and protruding parts, but again, you might want to leave, I don't know, the head separate so you can get to it. But yeah, fairly straight one to do and fairly straightforward one to paint compared to the others. If I had a bit more time, I'd work a bit more on the kind of like black leather effect. That was a little bit rushed on this one, but I think it worked out okay. Of the 3 models, I don't know which one my favourite is. I really like the Shivver because she looks very cool, but my favourite would have to be Gorshiv Hammerfist because he's the dude, isn't he? Two big hammers, fully stimmed up to the eyeballs. Yeah, this is the guy that you want rampaging through Necromunda. So yeah, hopefully we'll I say we're going to do a new Necromunda campaign soon, and we'll be playing through the new campaign book. So you might see these guys on the battlefield in the near future. What we're planning on doing is doing some filmed or maybe some streamed battle reports of Necromunda that we'll have up on the channel. So if you do enjoy this sort of thing, why not subscribe? We do loads of unboxings, and we're going to be doing the painting stream again soon. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. Also over on spruesandbrews.com, I've got 4 written reviews of all of the Necromunda expansion so far, I think. So if you do want a bit of a Necromunda fix and prefer to read rather than watch them, you can check them out there. And obviously I've got the videos over here on YouTube as well, so that is an option as well if you like that too. So yeah, until next time, have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.